Aloha dear Aries, this is your September 2025 prediction. You got the abundance card, number 7. Abundance begins with developing a way to exist in your everyday life by utilizing the gifts you already have and accomplishing the objectives and goals you love. This card demonstrates that you have taken steps toward evolving to a place of generosity. Big-heartedness in all of its forms comes back to you tenfold. Whatever energy you put out in the world will come back in a variety of manners. It isn't that being generous creates abundance, it is when you become open-hearted and giving that it becomes part of your nature. This shift opens nature's flow of abundant energy to surround you. In addition to money, abundance comes in a multitude of forms. Humans and animals have lived abundantly on the earth for millions of years. They gave to the planet and took from it only what was needed. There was a balance to the equilibrium of giving and taking that allowed abundance to flow freely. Abundance does not flow from a feeling of lack, but out of energy that circulates love, the spirit of giving and receiving. Energy in motion sustains abundance and healthy well-being, but stagnant energy leads to feeling of fear, worry, illness, and lack. Grasping tenaciously to what you have or fearing its loss tends to slow down the abundant flow of energy. Feelings of resentment, feeling forgotten, or as if your life does not matter cause energy flow to stagnate. This stagnation begins to affect your capacity to attract, and you may find that you vacillate between a sense of fear, lack, and the belief in your ability to receive. On the other hand, feeling connected to the world around you and everything in it changes how you attract abundance. When your feeling is flowing, doors open for you and provide direction, means, and answers to how to create the life you desire. When your energy is flowing, doors open for you and provide direction, means, and answers to how to create the life you desire. Be blessed are your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Taurus, this is your September prediction for 2025. You got the cultivation of wisdom card. You will feel smart this month. Number 28. Cultivation of wisdom is acquiring the ability to do the right thing at the right time for the proper purpose. The third eye chakra, or Aina in Sanskrit, is located in the center of your brow. It can see both your outer and inner world while recording what transpires. The third eye is responsible for clear thinking, self-reflection, wisdom, and contemplation. In spirituality, seeing you may filter the external world and give voice to your inner world with a symbolic language. The message of this card is to begin cultivating your wisdom by balancing this chakra. Wisdom does not imply you are brighter than others. No one wanders into knowledge. It takes intense determination and effort. You will not acquire it instantaneously. It develops gradually throughout everyday life. When cultivating your insight, avoid using it with an inflexible agenda. The vitality of Aina permits you to access support from your higher self. It grants you the ability to perceive beyond misconceptions, to retrieve greater truths. The third eye considers everything that transpires from the perspective of witness, consciousness, or from being present. It allows you to view self-limiting concepts and cultivate wisdom that originates from a non-dualistic perception, transcending polarities such as good, bad, or positive, negative. This helps you to recognize the profound implications of the circumstances of existence. The right cerebral hemisphere's role is inventiveness and creativity. Wisdom and intelligence emerge from their combination, with the left hemisphere's function with reason and analysis mediated by the actuated third eye. As your center of integrity, this is where your principles and feelings of honesty begin. You see and grasp more profound concepts and messages when your third eye is fully open and balanced. The third eye chakra is connected with intensified psychic development, since the brow region is associated with the eyes and individual sensory perception. I will put a psychic prayer into the description box to help you. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha there, Gemini. This is your September prediction for 2025. You got the Auric Energy card. Number 37. Perceive auras and learn to manage your emotions. The aura is the invisible, otherworldly energy domain that encompasses all living phenomena. Everything thriving has auric energy. Dolphins have a beautiful teal-shaded aura, similar to certain crystals and other pure forms of energy. Dolphins' aura never changes in color, nor do they need clearing. The distinctive colors of your aura are believed to convey the expression of your spiritual health. When you long for vitality, lucidity, harmony, calmness, happiness, and health, consider learning about auras. As you discover the mechanisms of your aura, you will learn how to manage your emotions and energies. The ability to discern how to fortify and purify your dynamic auric field is helpful for novices, expert psychics, and energy healers. When you train to visualize your aura, you inevitably engage your spiritual abilities and physical discernment to sense and perceive others' auras. Everyone is born with the innate ability to perceive auras, but as they age and lose sight of their childlike imagination, they lose the capacity. Seeing auras is not deemed normal in Western cultures, so children mature feeling their vision is impaired, stifling their gift. Learning to perceive auras is an act of unlearning or remembering what you once did. Do you notice that you feel drained after interactions with someone? It could be that you are encountering a type of spiritual drain. Numerous psychics are hypersensitive and become sponge-like, hungering for external vitality sources. Learn how to replenish yourself so you don't require energy from others. As you continue to work more frequently with your aura, you will acquire your psychic and spiritual boundaries, auric defense, and self-sufficiency. Release any inflexible ideas that you have concerning what auras appear as. This may take some continual practice, and it is best if you approach seeing them from a relaxed and lucid place. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Cancer, this is your September prediction for 2025. You got the Celestial Awakening, number 1 card. Awaken to your spirituality, the life lessons you are destined to learn. Only you can decide when you are ready to have an impactful spiritual encounter. It is thought that awakenings sometimes happen to help us reconnect to our true celestial nature. This card is telling you that it's happening now. These steps help bring that on and prepare you for a journey of learning, change, and self-discovery. One of the most straightforward steps is to start by creating space. Everything holds energy. Rid your environment of unnecessary things that fill your space, collect dust, and distract you from creativity. Eliminating the excess from your life is not limited to your physical surroundings. Clear your thoughts and mind. Commit to spending time each day in seclusion and stillness to sort through the stories running through your mind. Forgive yourself for any past mistakes and allow your thoughts to leave you. Release judgments you may be holding on to observing how your mind unwinds and clears. When you meditate, allow yourself the opportunity to relax into the truth of a situation. As you calm your mind, fear and pettiness will subside, replaced with love and a stronger connection to your inner guidance. Now is the time to evaluate your beliefs. Be deliberate and conscious about what it is that you accept as truth. What areas of your life are you expending your energy on? Consider how your beliefs affect your immediate circle and the whole world. Do your current views support your spiritual growth? Letting go of limiting beliefs clears the way for spiritual awakening. To grow your spirituality, clarify what you want to shift and awaken. Seek ways to expand your mind, such as exploring different philosophies and new ideas. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Leo, this is your September prediction for the year of 2025. You got the harmonic vibration, number 16 card. Listening and bringing your full attention and presence to the harmonic vibration around you is the key to creating an open flow of understanding. Anytime you feel off, you cannot put it down to illness or stress. It is because you are being bombarded by vibrations that are not in harmony with you. This is a common occurrence, and luckily your dolphin allies have appeared before you to show you the way to a harmonic way of life. Harmonic vibrations relate to the science and art found in the dolphin realm and musical sound. Harmonics can relate to feeling, energy, actions, and ideas in addition to music. Dolphins' sounds, tones, and songs are an example of the harmonics of these marine mammals that have not been completely understood or deciphered by scientists and marine biologists. Different sounds in nature generate their harmonic vibration: the rhythm of pounding waves, the sound of the wind, the call of birds, the songs, and the chattering and clicking of dolphins swimming in the open ocean create a unique harmony that soothes your soul. No matter what environment you find yourself in, nature delivers the harmonic soundtrack that elevates your soul vibrationally. Harmonics relates to more than music, sounds, or nature. Harmonic vibration is found in shapes, textures, sizes, colors, proportions, words, and art. People have seen geometrical shapes when meditating, relaxing to classical music or any music with harmonic progression. You may even find ways to move your body that harmonize with your hearing and feeling. Look for harmonies in artworks and design. You will know because you feel at peace in that space. Harmonic dissonance can cause your system to go into an emotional imbalance or physical abnormality. Imagine that sound made when you strum a guitar whose strings are out of tune. This happens to us when we are out of tune with our surroundings. So don't do that. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Virgo, this is your prediction for September 2025. You got the Entering New Dimensions card, number 4. Move into a place of greater clarity, multidimensional understanding, and amplified sensitivity, and receive the higher levels of consciousness that are now becoming accessible. The dynamics of Earth are constantly changing. As the planet accelerates in frequency and the intensity of life is sensed more deeply, this card is a clear message to pursue new ways to cope with higher stress levels. You must learn to match the higher vibrational frequencies and prepare yourself for the new dimension of existence. There seems to be amplified drama, crisis, and extreme emotions in people and circumstances around you. You feel like you're losing control and have little or no space to recapture your energy between intense situations, challenges, or emotional upheavals. Your sensitivity is increasing rapidly, and managing your vulnerability and feelings are now overwhelming. As the planet alters its frequency toward a new wave of awareness, the people, animals, and plants become a microcosmic replication of the Earth. They are also growing in frequency and power. The ever-changing energy will present a challenging time for those who resist the upward spiral of life and energy. Things will become more uncomfortable physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Anger, anxiety, and depression may become more apparent. When you are ready to enter new dimensions, open your mind by releasing old fears. Allow yourself to dwell quietly the crystal clear understanding of your physical mind, which interrupts your notions concerning everything. You will then see things around you from a new perspective. Learn to regulate your physical body through breathwork, movement, and any embodiment practice appropriate for you. Utilize mindfulness techniques that help your mentally cope with the potentially overwhelming influx of energy and information. Above all, trust that if you are hearing this call to a higher level of consciousness, it is because you are ready and able to achieve it. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha there, Libra. This is your September prediction for 2025. You got the timing card, number 43. There is the discipline to timing and how to get the utmost out of your life. Timing plays a crucial role in achieving goals. You may credit success to providence, such as fate, universe, and karma, and suppose it is something you have no power over, but it turns out you can control your timing at any point of your life. The better you comprehend timing configurations and the science connected to them, the greater you can increase the chances of accomplishing your desired outcomes. When this card shows up in your reading, it is a call to become aware of how you pace yourself throughout the day and within tasks, and to learn to regulate timing. Timing has 3 phases: beginning, midpoint, and completion. The beginning is the moment of initiating the action. It is inherently inspiring as we start a new venture and have enthusiasm. Generally, individuals have more drive at the start of a day, week, or year. If you find that you have a tumultuous beginning, simply start over. The halfway point can be challenging. It is a time when you may be inclined to encounter your respites. You often don't exert your best at the midpoint of a way, yet the halfway point can also be encouraging. The key is consciously choosing to generate determination, whether in a day, in a venture, or even in a generation. Remember that your objective is and commit to seeing it through to completion. How you finish something has a long-lasting mark on your awareness and how the project is understood and remembered. Keeping up the energy to finish is important so you can be proud of the result once completed. It can be somewhat easier to get through this phase as the goal is within view, which motivates us. There is a rhythm to timing to get the utmost out of your life. Notice your energy in each of these phases mentioned above. What is it like at the start of your day or project? How does it change midway through? And do you have the energy to complete it? Be aware of your inner regulation and take the time to select pauses and rest appropriately. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha dear Scorpio. This is your September prediction for 2025. You got the Distant Shores card, number 14. You will travel. There is a thrill in seeing new places and leaving your everyday life behind. This card emerges from the deck when you find yourself feeling like you are stuck in a rut. No matter what you do, nothing seems to shift or change, and your routine is monotonous and feels like there is no progress in your life. Now is the time to disrupt your usual pattern and head for distant shores. When we find ourselves in these situations, it is usually because we are so set in our ways that we close ourselves off to new information and ideas. Everything you contemplate, say, and accomplish is filtered through your upbringing. Conditioning is learned in the family unit and also from society. We are rarely conscious of how our basic assumptions are pre-formed, so it's easy to shut down our receptivity to different ways of looking at the world. Without this, our creativity is stagnant. The answer is to seek out something different. When you seek different experiences, be open to the guidance that allow things to unfold without the need to control every aspect. Think outside of the box and look beyond your usual culture. You may feel drawn to a culture or tradition you feel not yet connected to. This may involve learning a foreign language, trying a new cuisine, traveling to an exotic place, or simply learning all about it. When we immerse ourselves in a culture different from us, we start to see and think more broadly and examine everyday life through different lenses. Recognize that a part of you is feeling called to connect with this new interest. It's calling you for some reason. Dolphins are related to one another across the world. They circle the Earth's ocean, diffusing messages of unity, peace, and harmony as a community of love. A dolphin may not see all their relatives on the near-distant shores, but they are in communication through their collective consciousness, sonar, and telepathy. When you allow your world to open up, watch how new opportunities, unique individuals, and auspicious connections flow into your life. Be blessed with all your wishes. Aloha. Aloha, dear Sagittarius. This is your September prediction for 2025. You got the Authentic Spirit, number 3 card. Don't lie. Your authentic spirit is your true essence and intrinsic nature. Staying connected to universal and sacred inner knowing is joyful and liberating. Everyone has an authentic spirit that lies in the center of their being and can never be changed or taken away. It can only ever be hidden and covered with remnants of social, familial, and cultural conditioning. When you encounter the energy and essence of someone new in your life, you can become enamored with them. To you, they appear grounded, self-realized, and possessing traits you admire or desire to develop in yourself. Later, you realize they are not who you thought they were, falling from your grace when you discover them engaging in disreputable, thoughtless, and insensitive behavior. What you are finding are the flaws of the conditioned self, not the true nature of that person. You blame yourself for allowing yourself to be tricked. Why did you perceive this person or group in such an unadulterated way? It could be that you are naive, or it could be that you are learning about the inherent flaws of being a three-dimensional human. What you are discovering is that the possibility of imbalanced growth is inescapable in every individual. The genuine essence of a person is already perfect and filled with light. The energy can be spacious and gorgeous. Some aspects of our behavior may impair this essential nature due to experiences of painful trauma or less than ideal childhood development. This can be confusing because you think someone is a beautiful person, but later they may surprise or offend you with what seems to be an offensive break of personality. We need to be considerate and sensitive to the authentic spirit of a person when we relate with others. You are encouraged not to be critical of your colleagues, friends, family members, or others, including yourself. This card guides you to gradually develop discernment by looking at things objectively and clearly through experience. In short, don't be blinded by love. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha, dear Capricorn. This is your September prediction for 2025. You got the Giving Absolute Love card. Number 25. The quarter of a century. The heart chakra transports love through your life outward to others. The heart chakra, called Anahata in Sanskrit, is the fountainhead of love, kind-heartedness, consideration, and joy. It is positioned in the center of the torso at the heart level. It is the center of your unfathomable connections with other beings, your consciousness of consideration and compassion, of your feelings of self-love, selflessness, bright-heartedness, benevolence, and deference. The heart chakra assimilates and unites, drawing in energy from above and below and transmuting it. Because of the healing aspect of love, this chakra and the region it inhabits is seen as a potent healing instrument. The energy of heart chakra enables you to realize that you are integral parts of something bigger than you. Along with the sentient beings of the sea, dolphins and whales, you begin to understand that all relationships are held within an intricate network of connections encompassing all life and universe. Anahata permits you to individualize and be present with this fundamental truth. A meaningful existence comes from a heart focus on love and inner relatedness. You channel love, kind-heartedness, friendship, and compassion into your life to benefit others. When your heart is open, it inspires kindness and compassion in others. They can feel your love, warmth, and unconditional acceptance. People sense your integrity. There is no critical opinion or judging. This creates a safe and supportive environment to open one's heart and permits you to appreciate all of the splendor and love around you, creating inner connectedness between yourself, your loved ones, and the earth. This chakra also supports receiving love, allowing you to love and appreciate who you are genuinely and the physical body that represents you. A healthy and well-adjusted heart chakra is crucial for your whole well-being. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha, dear Aquarius. This is your September prediction for 2025. You got the Self-Expression card, number 27. Self-expression demonstrates your uniqueness, whether utilizing words, your fashion sense, a distinctive hairstyle, or expressing yourself through writing and illustration. Sometimes you are uncertain how to retrieve your creativity or know what you want to say but don't know how to. Not speaking your truth can have damaging effects on your self-esteem. Self-expression is the realization of your true spirit and genuine personality witnessed by others when they see the entirety of who you are. When you truly express yourself, it is the crucial step in acts of kindness and fundamental for goodwill, contentment, and self-actualization. Complete self-expression involves taking a leap of faith when needed, living fully, creating options that exalt your wishes and aspirations, and not settling for something less than what you want. You have a divine privilege to be joyful and satisfied, and if you are not, then you have the opportunity to transform. The throat chakra, or Vishuddha in Sanskrit, is located at the midpoint of the neckline. It is the center of one's self-expression and distinctness. It is responsible for communication, accepting the possibility of different thoughts and concepts, wholesome inner dialogue and the dynamic between listening and talking. It expresses authenticity and individual honesty. Functioning in unison with your sacral chakra, the throat chakra enables you to direct original thoughts in creative expression instead of repressing them for fear of others' judgments. A balanced throat chakra assists in giving you unrestricted ability to communicate free from the worry of unwanted opinions or admiration from others. It helps to embrace your uniqueness and distinctive proficiencies in the world. It is also associated with transparency, hence uniting it with the idea of truthfulness. To become proficient at using your voice and maintain the throat chakra's flow of energy, practice speaking your mind with a trusted person who will listen objectively. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha. Aloha, dear Pisces. This is your September prediction for 2025. You got the wish fulfillment card, number 8. Woohoo! When you extend a silent prayer from an open heart and unlimited mind with total faith and confidence, the opportunity for wishes to be fulfilled is at hand. Wishing for something is one thing, fulfilling that wish is another. It's not unusual to have dreams and goals and feel disheartened when we can't see those outcomes fulfilled. We can become despondent when we feel like we can never win. There is an art to fulfilling your wishes, and this card's lesson is how to make them come true. Find inspiration through your dreams, ideals, and goals. What is it about what you want that is so important to you? Ask yourself, what do I want this for? Be proficient at honestly evaluating yourself. How aware are you of your strengths and weaknesses? Are you good at keeping deadlines or with follow-through? Answering these questions benefits you so you can assess whether or not you are progressing toward your goal. Sometimes you can get off track. You may not even be aware that you aren't progressing, and it takes someone else to redirect you back on course. Conversely, if you can honestly assess how you are tracking and accept what caused you to become distracted, you can give yourself the scope you need to change your target and wish. Maybe you need to reorganize your objective. This doesn't mean you are facing a setback or failing. Revisions to your desires, adjustments, and shifts along the way enable you to grow and eventually reach your goals. Changing your wish means understanding your aspirations and integrating new knowledge for a superior outcome. Date to refresh your dream if needed. Additionally, you may have to forego something to reach your dreams. For example, if you want to exercise more often, you must make time somewhere throughout your day. Or if you would like to add a wholesome breakfast to your dietary routine, you may need to rearrange your morning to create the time to eat properly. Release your attention from your wish and focus your attention elsewhere. Bringing light and joy into someone else's life can bring light into your own life. Remember the adage that when you give to others, you also receive. Be blessed with your wishes. Aloha.